You want me to forgive who for what? Please. I like to hold grudges, and yes, I am resentful. Wow. Sounds like these people need to participate in Forgiveness Day. Hey guys, Coach D is back, and yes, it is day 5, Forgiveness Day. So, when and what is Forgiveness Day all about? Well, it's day 5, meaning it is the 5th day of the month. So whether it's October 5th, December 5th, January 5th, it is always Forgiveness Day. Now, what is Forgiveness Day all about? Forgiveness Day, my dear people, is an opportunity for us to become well. It's an opportunity for us to release. Release what, you may ask? Release the drama. Release the fear. Release the pain, the anger, the resentment, the grudge. Get rid of it. Maybe you don't want to. Well, please continue to listen on. I think by the time that we're done, you may see things a little differently. So, what is forgiveness? Now, there are a few ways in which we can look at this, but today I want to view forgiveness as a concept, as an idea, as a principle, more so than an act. You see, guys, when we talk about forgiveness, really what we're discussing is our ability to release. It's really our ability to release whatever it is bothering us, right? So are you holding on to anger? Are you holding on to a grudge? Are you holding on to resentment? Whatever it is you're holding on to, I want to let you know that today is an opportunity for you to release and let go. That's all. Because when we blame people, when we hurt people or wrong people, then it weighs us down. And so today we are going to empower ourselves by releasing and by giving up. I'll talk more about that later. Should I participate in Forgiveness Day? Well, let's talk about it. All right. So, a few questions. Number one, do you harbor thoughts of revenge against someone? Are you currently holding on to a grudge? Maybe someone did something bad to you yesterday. Maybe it was last week. Maybe it was last month. Maybe it was 10 years ago. But you still remember and you're still holding on, right? Well, if you've answered yes to any of those questions, then oh my goodness, it is definitely time for you to participate in Forgiveness Day. Now, let's talk about the benefits. Now, guys, we already know that I am a recovering heart patient. And I got to tell you that when you hold on to negativity, that increases your stress levels. When your stress levels go up, you know what that does to your heart? It places more demands on your heart. Why? Because certain chemicals are released in your body. You see, so when you decide to release and let go and forgive, then guess what that does for your heart? It reduces the workload. So your blood pressure goes down. The heart doesn't have to work as hard. Thus, you become healthier. You see? So guys, forgiving is all about being healthy. That's right. So now let's look at the details of Forgiveness Day. Now, I do understand that some situations are much more severe than others. Okay? So keeping that in mind, today you have two options, right? Option number one, is you can forgive. Option number two, you can ask for forgiveness. All right. So again, you got two options. You can either forgive or you can ask for forgiveness. Now, depending on which avenue you want to take, all right, there are two approaches in which we can approach forgiveness from. Number one would be the direct approach. And you guys know I'm all about the direct approach, okay? The direct approach simply means that you forgive or ask for forgiveness face to face or over the phone. The indirect approach, on the other hand, is you not doing face to face or over the phone. So perhaps you may want to write a letter or start a journal, or you can learn to empathize. Okay. So now, Coach D, what in the world is empathy, or what does it mean to empathize? Okay. Now, again, I know that this may be easy for others, difficult for some, but when you empathize, what that means is that you are able to see the situation from a completely different perspective. Perhaps it's from the perspective of the other person who hurt or wronged you. You see? Now that means that we have to be objective. And sometimes it's very difficult for us to be objective. Why? Because we come from our ego. Oh. Now the ego is a part of us that says, you know what? I don't care. It's a part of us that wants to be right. It's the part of us that is uncompromising. It's a part of us that's jealous, that's envious, that gets upset very quickly. So today, I want to ask you to not come from your ego. Instead, let's come from the spirit. Let's come from love. So going back to step one, you got to write down a person's name. Okay. Step two, now that you've written down that person's name, you have to figure out if you are going to forgive or if you are going to ask for forgiveness. Okay. And then step three is to actually do it, right? So you can take the direct approach or you can take the indirect approach. Regardless of however you want to do it, please do it. So Coach D, what did you do? All right, well, I decided to write a letter. I took the indirect approach, ladies and gentlemen. And so right now, I want to read to you the letter that I wrote to an individual. Here we go. Dear David Angelo, I forgive you. I finally understand it is okay to give up. I am taking the advice of one of my spiritual counselors, my spiritual brother, aka Infinite Waters. He says it's okay to give up on the things that are not serving you. So I'm giving up the hurt, or shall I say I am releasing the pain, the resentment, and all the negativity that surrounds the night of Saturday, October 4th, 2014, and the weeks following. There are two ways to approach the concept of forgiveness, the direct approach and the indirect approach. Because I am respecting your wish, don't you ever contact me ever again, I will use the indirect approach. Hence this letter. Here's what I'm giving up. Or shall I say, here is what I am forgiving. Number one, I am giving up the anger and frustration I have with myself for not listening to my intuition the night of the incident. Number two, I forgive you for compressing my 5th and 6th cervical vertebrae and the associated physical pain I endured for 2 weeks. Number three, I forgive you for costing me almost $200 in medical expenses. Number four, I forgive you for threatening me with more physical violence and verbal insults. Number five, I forgive you for not staying true to your word. I have come to understand that this negativity does not serve me, my vision, nor the greater good. So I am using this incident as a learning experience to truly understand, accept, and practice the act of forgiveness. Thank you for being a teacher. I am eager to see what the 23% challenge has in store next. Signed, Omar DeShazor. Coach D's tips. All right, so today may be the most challenging day for some people. And for others, it may be easy. But for those of us who find today challenging, let me offer this. You can do it. It is possible to release. It is possible to let go. But understand something. During your act of forgiveness, you are not excusing and you're not apologizing. You are simply letting go of the anger and the hate and the fear that's associated with the act. So please understand that. Another tip, don't be forceful with this, okay? If the person who wronged you or hurt you does not want to see you, then okay, respect their wishes, which will then allow you to then write the letter or write it in your journal, okay? So again, do not be forceful, okay? Which means have a plan B, all right? So I hope those tips helped you. Now there are more tips in the PDF, so please take a look at those. Vegan diet reminder, guys, day 5. We're almost done. Hang in there, okay? Let's remember what to eat. Our vegetables, fruits, nuts and seeds, beans and peas, and whole grains, and drink nothing but water. Now, remember, please do not eat meat, animal products, processed foods, or processed beverages. At this time, I want to help you out just a little more because I know you probably have questions about certain foods, right? So, Coach D, can I eat bread, rice, or pasta? Let's talk about those individually, all right? Let's talk about rice first because I know I got a lot of rice lovers out there. Guys, rice is a grain, okay? And the answer is yes, you may eat it, but it depends on what type of rice you're eating. So if you like white rice, I'm here to let you know today that white rice is a processed food, all right? The fiber, the minerals, the protein, the vitamins have all been removed. So white rice is not on the list. No, you cannot have white rice. I'm sorry. Okay? If you have to have rice, go ahead, make sure it's brown rice, not yellow rice, because yellow rice is nothing but white rice colored yellow. All right? Next up is bread. I know I got a lot of bread lovers out there. Whether the bread is white or wheat, think about it this way. Does bread grow on a tree? No. There's no such thing as a bread tree. So no, you cannot have bread. Sorry. And lastly, I know I got a lot of pasta lovers out there, but again, I got to ask you guys, you ever heard of a pasta tree? Or does pasta grow underground, right? No, it does not. Pasta, unfortunately, is processed. It is a synthetic food item. So please stay away from pasta this week. I hope that helps. Take home message. You have a to-do list. Forgive or ask for forgiveness. Plain and simple. You can do it. I have faith. And as always, our take-home message is let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, and ultimately let's be well. And yes, in that order. Homework time, guys. There's always homework, right? So remember, it's the same and it's very easy. Take a picture, right? You probably want to do a selfie, if you're doing it by yourself, or I don't know, maybe the person that you met with today, you guys made up, they forgave you, you forgave them, right? It's all love, it's all good. So take a picture together, right? You've established a new relationship, okay? And remember, please post it on social media, okay, of your choice. Step 2. Assignment 2, part 2 of the homework is to then answer a question. Please refer to the PDF file for your question. All right, it's there. Check it out. That's all that I have for you today. Coach D, 23% Challenge Forgiveness Day, signing out. Please do it.